And welcome to Nancy's Neighborhood, folks. And if our teeth chatter, it's because it's cold. You know, we got used to had 2 or 3 days of 60s and 70s, and now we're back into winter weather, and it's winter. So, but Andrew walked over from the library. He does that every time he's on here. I admire him for that. So hopefully you can warm up a little, Andrew. But it's always great to have Andrew Hunt from the Cleveland Bradley Public Library with us, because I got your newsletter, all 9 pages of it. Wow.
That's right.
So you all have a lot going on. So just without any further ado, Andrew, kick us off here and tell us what you've got going.
Well, and let me just start by saying the newsletter. You know,
Yes.
Nancy mentions that we try to send it out once a month. It has, excuse me, has all of our programs, what's happening at the library for that month. Oh, wow.
Bless you.
I'm sorry.
That's all right.
I've been actually feeling much better.
You actually started out sounding
January was
better.
not a good month.
No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't.
But it covers all ages, from
Yes.
from the youngest to the adults.
Yes, you've got the wiggle worms. You've got everybody in here. So,
but if you're wanting to become a part of that newsletter, every month, if you're on our email list, we will send it to you.
right.
So, if you're not getting that, please call the library and ask to be added to the newsletter. We'll ask for your email and your name.
Right. Producer, could you bring Andrew a cup of water? Thank you. All right. Because we want to continue.
Yes, let me, I want us to go start in an opposite order.
I know.
Because we'll start with one event that really is covered for everyone.
Right.
For all ages, on Wednesday, March 20th. I think that's during spring break, isn't it?
Oh,
That week?
okay.
Is that spring break?
is next week, so that's, yes. No.
No, sorry.
No, it'll be-
so
it'll
it's the
be
week
the next
after
week.
break,
Right,
spring
right.
break. Wednesday, March 20th. During your lunch hour, come to the library. We've had some ensembles from the Chattanooga Symphony there before, but they're going to be there that day, Wednesday the 20th.
All right.
From noon until 1 o'clock. You can bring your lunch. You can get, we have our cafe.
And I always forget about the cafe.
So you can stop and get a lunch there and bring it in and eat it and drink in there. And but you'll hear an ensemble from the Chattanooga Symphony.
And that'll be great. Yes.
You know, we've had both their woodwind ensemble as well as string ensemble.
Okay,
so
do we know what ensemble this is going to be?
At this point, not yet.
Okay,
But
all right,
Just,
okay.
It's going to be good no matter which.
There,
Thank
there
you so
go,
much.
Adrian. Thank you, Adrian. We appreciate that. So that is the 20th from 12 to 1. It is for lunch in the community room.
Yeah, well, you bring your lunch.
But
Yeah,
it'll be in the community room.
Yes, in the
Okay.
community room.
Very good. Okay.
And then, you know, during this, if you're saying, hey, I've got to get my taxes worked on,
Yes.
adults, the Vita Tax people are here. Vita stands for Volunteer Income Tax Assistance. It's a program that offers free tax help for people that generally make about $54,000 a year. 54,000 or less per
Okay.
year. And it limited English-speaking taxpayers who need assistance in preparing their own tax returns. IRS-certified volunteers provide free basic income tax return preparation with electronic filing to qualified individuals. No appointment is needed.
Oh, wow. Okay.
You just drop in. Please bring a photo ID of taxpayer and spouse if you're filing jointly.
Right.
Bring Social Security cards for dependents. If possible, bring your prior year filing.
Ah,
So I
okay.
guess for this year, 2018, bring your 2017 filing.
Okay, right, because we are filing 2018. Even
I
though
mean, you
this
need to
is
correct that
2019.
before the end of this.
Yes, yes,
I had
yes.
the wrong year there.
Yes.
But there are 4 more opportunities, I think, this month. There are 3 more opportunities.
Okay.
Saturday, March 9th.
Okay.
You also have Saturday, March 16th, and Saturday, March 23rd, and I believe Saturday, March 30th.
Okay.
So,
Yes.
So those are your opportunities for for taxes.
Okay, now what time during the day is that?
Yes, that is from 10 o'clock until 2 p.m.
Okay, so anytime from 10 to 2, they just
Yes.
show up and
Yes.
somebody will help them with
Absolutely.
their taxes. That's awesome.
So that's one thing. Just wanted to be sure to get that
Yes,
in.
yes.
If you're a writer a local writer in our area,
And we have several.
and we have some that have been a part of this before, and some of our writers areas have gotten involved in this. But we have a writers group that it was begun at the library, and we're trying to be a sponsor of this. It's the Southeastern Writers Alliance.
Okay.
They meet once a month. It's usually the second Tuesday of the month. So that's going to be the upcoming meeting is this Tuesday night
Okay,
at from 7 till 8:30 p.m.
okay.
So if you're interested in becoming that would-be writer, or you've maybe published already, who knows? I know we've had some published writers here
Okay,
before.
good.
And so come into that. The Storytelling Guild, I always consider them a partner
Yes.
agency,
Yes, and I forget about them
organization.
too, right.
And they meet regularly at the library. Their meeting is also this Tuesday night.
Okay.
And their meetings are open. So if you're a would-be storyteller and want to become involved in crafting developing your craft
Right.
and be able to tell that, they meet the second Tuesday of the month,
Okay.
which will also be this Tuesday night at 7 o'clock.
And I think what they do, if I'm not wrong, I think Judy has told me, they do storytelling and exchange and everything for the first hour, and then they have their business session so that you don't have to sit through the business session
Yes.
if you're not interested in their business session.
That's great. So,
And that's great. That's a great way to do that.
and then we know the Friends of the Library, very active organization for the library advocacy and providing some programs, providing support for the library. And they have their regular Friends of the Library Book and Coffee series that happens once a month. It's usually the third Friday of the month.
Okay.
And that's going to be Friday, March 15th.
Okay.
And that's at 10 o'clock. It's at the History Branch, the parlor, the Johnston Tucker Center.
Yes, and it is beautiful.
It's beautiful.
I mean,
but
it
it's
is beautiful.
It's in the parlor, and the author that will be there, he's also involved with the Southeastern
Okay.
Writers Alliance. His name is Kenneth Phillips. He used to be a principal.
Ken, yes.
At Valley View.
Yes, Valley View, Oak Grove, Valley View. Valley View. I think it was Valley View.
But
Yes.
they're joining. It says, I had it down here. Join us at the History Branch for a review by Kenneth C. Phillips and Jana Stamps of the book Ms. Lena, a collection of short stories about growing up in the South back then.
Right, and that's Bill Stamp's book, which
Yes.
I think went on sale last month, I believe.
Correct.
And then Ken Phillips, he has written 3 great books.
Yes.
I've read all 3
They're
of
sort
them.
of mystery, suspense.
Yes, suspense.
Yes.
Yes, very
So,
good.
If you're looking for a good one to get, I think the library has all of them. So come to the library or add them to your personal collection.
Right,
So,
and I will ask you right now. So you all also have, people can get on their Kindle books from you all, right?
I don't know if his books are in Kindle.
Yeah, but they can. People can get books from you all,
Oh.
right? I mean, online books
Yes,
from you all.
absolutely,
Okay.
yes,
And
yes.
I'm not sure everybody knows about that. Kind of
know.
explain briefly how we do that.
The Reads program is something through the state of Tennessee, the regional ebook, and the state library regional ebook audiobook download system.
Okay.
So if you take the first letter of each of those, that's Reads.
Reads. Okay, good.
And so that provides over 80,000 ebooks.
Wow.
And they different for there are a lot of them can be accessed through Kindle format or through EPUB, which is the other major e-book format.
All right.
So you get a choice. You can just download it in one or the
Okay,
other.
but if a person has a Kindle, then they can get it on their Kindle.
They can do, and some Kindles, if you have an old Fire, it may have aged out. You might,
Okay.
sometimes periodically. I have an iPad. I've had to upgrade my
Okay,
iPad
all right.
because apps stop working after a period. They stop supporting it, and it could be, most of the Kindles that are out there, if it's a black and white Kindle, a lot of times they will transfer a different means than the color Kindles will.
Oh,
So,
okay.
but if you're wondering how to access these, like on Amazon, Android, or iPhone, you can download. There are two different apps. Libby is one of the newer apps that they're using, and it's sort of they call it a one-click access. And I think it is a more easier.
Okay.
It's easier to use
Okay.
than the regular Overdrive, but the other app is Overdrive app. And you can download those free of charge in the Apple or Android store, the store there, Google
right.
store. Just very wonderful. It also has, if you ebooks as well as e-audiobooks.
Okay.
So there are about 50 to 60,000 e-audios out there that you can access. On the web, through the website, you can also, there's streaming video. So there's some things that are old television shows or language, learning language. Some, like for kids, it's PIM is the language program in there, but it's videos for kids that teach them how to do languages. And then there's travel as well. So
I need to do that because I have 2 trips coming up, one this summer and one this fall. So I need to go on there and
you can
need to
practice
get
some
my
of that
buddy
language.
Margaret
Yeah,
Sheik
that's
to
right.
go on there and tell me how to do this. But I am so sorry we digressed. But when you said something, I thought, oh, people
that's
need to
fine.
know we can do ebooks.
Now, if you're new to the community, we do a regular library tour. So, say, hey,
Yeah.
we probably have one of the most unique facilities in the country.
Yes, you do.
So if you want to get a behind-the-scenes view of the library and get introduced to the different areas of the library, we do a library tour once a month, and it's usually, let's see, I always have trouble thinking about the 21st, let's see, it's the 3rd Thursday of the month. It's March 21st.
Okay. 17.
March 21st. I think that's the 3rd.
Okay.
It's,
Yes.
and it's 4 p.m. You meet at the front desk. You can let someone know, hey, I'm here for the tour. And sometimes I have people come, and then sometimes I'm not.
Right.
But if you're wondering, curious about the library, this would be a good way to get introduced into the library.
Yes, and because you all have that marvelous wing that's been added, that you've connected
Yes.
to the Carmichael House, and that's awesome. First time I went from the library building over to the Carmichael House, I thought, oh, good grief, this is a whole other world.
It is. It's beautiful.
It is beautiful.
So if you're interested, come to that. If you're also new to the community, again, we've talked about this before, but I think it's good to remind people because each month we may have new people
That is
are
true.
watching this. So
We hope.
you want to, if you're, hey, I belong to a book club where I lived before. You come to Cleveland, hey, where do I go to become
Yes.
a member of a book club? Library has a book club. A group of people that meet once a month, and their next meeting will be on Tuesday, March 19th, and they meet at 6:30 p.m. So the early evening.
Okay.
And the book that I think that we have listed here, "Tell the Wolves I'm Coming Home."
Oh,
Tell
I
the Wolves
saw that.
I'm Home
Yes, I saw that.
by Carol Rivka Brunt.
Okay.
So.
And I have no idea about that book. I have not read that.
And this is an event, so if I mention it now, I'm not going to mention again.
Okay.
Well, I mean, it's an event that covers all ages.
Oh, okay.
And it's something that we do every Friday. And every time I go by there on a Friday afternoon, about lunchtime, there are people there, adults and children. So this is the Lego Midday Build.
Yes.
A good stress reliever just to come and play with Legos and take your stress out on building something creative.
Or tearing something
Yeah,
down.
or tearing something
Whichever
down.
you'd
Yeah,
like to do.
If you see someone else's and you want to just, no, we shouldn't do that.
No.
We have usually at Fridays at 12:15 p.m.
Okay.
And so that's really most of the adult
No, you have
programs.
missed the one that I want to come to
one?
and don't know whether I can, the movie.
The movie. Oh, where did I miss
Yes,
that?
I
You
don't
can-
know,
let's
but
see.
you're going to show
The
one that.
19th.
Yes.
And it is the 19th. Yes. On Tuesday, March 19th at 2 p.m.
Right.
The feature, the movie for that month, for the adult movie for adult, it is called The Post. Katharine Graham is the first female publisher of a major American newspaper, the Washington Post. With help from her editor, Ben Bradley, Graham races to catch up with the New York Times to expose a massive cover-up of government secret that spans 3 decades and 4 U.S. presidents. Together, they must overcome the differences as they risk their careers and very freedom to help bring long-buried truths to light.
And it is PG-13, and I think
Yes.
I want to see this because I think you and I talked before we went on air. Glenn Close and Tom Hanks
Yes.
starred in this movie,
Yes.
and I understand it was wonderful.
Drama
So,
thriller.
Drama thriller, okay?
Lasts about 2 hours long.
Okay,
so.
and so I'm sorry, I just wanted to go back because you and I had talked about that prior to us going on the air, and I thought, I bet he thinks we've talked about this, but we haven't. So I wanted everybody to know that.
Let me go to the teens. Like
Okay.
I said, working backwards today.
I think that's great.
And again, if you are wondering about our other age groups, there's
Right.
programs for children, regular programs for children, regular programs for tweens. So, and today we actually had a meeting about talking about the summer reading program and planning for the summer reading program.
Fantastic.
So there's some neat ideas that's dealing with space or the universe, and so there are going to be some neat
Wow.
programs we've talked
Okay.
about. Anyway, the teens, they have anime club. They meet once a month, and it's going to be this Thursday at March 7th at 4:30 to 6:30 p.m. And join us for anime and Japanese snacks. This month, we will be watching Fairy Tale.
Okay.
This program meets in the community room and it ends at 6:30. It's for ages 13 through 17 only.
Okay.
And we've already talked about midday build.
Right.
Monday, March 11th, next Monday, from 4:30 to 6:30 p.m. Teen Zone Gaming, and this happens every Monday. So the 11th, the 18th, the 25th.
Just do it by 7
Yes, right.
and add 7 to
Right.
it and then figure it out. Right.
And drop in for Wii and Xbox gaming and Teen Zone. You can bring your own movie as long as it's age appropriate.
Gotcha.
So, 13
Gotcha.
through 17-year-old. This is also another one that we were talking about beforehand. That sounded very interesting. That's Tuesday, March 12th, this coming Tuesday, Teen Tech Take Apart.
And I think that one sounds like so much fun. Really, I do.
She said if there are any electronics that we wanted to get rid of that we aren't working, that people that can computers that aren't, it's sort of fun to take computers apart.
It is, and I know. When I taught at Calhoun, I had a group of boys that were in 8th grade, but they were older than 8th grade, and there were people may not remember this mimeograph machines. We had, or ditto machines. We had 8 ditto machines at the school, and I said that none of them worked. And I said to the principal, I said, "What about these machines?" And he said, "I don't know. What about them?" And I said, "I'm taking them all into my room. We're going to take them apart and see if these boys can fix them." We ended up with 4 that worked
That's
because
good.
we took parts off. So I think this is going to be so much fun.
And what it says for Teen Tech Week. So the week of the 12th or the 11th is Teen Tech Week. So they're going to be hosting a special program for teens ages 13 through 17. The teens will be able to deconstruct some old computers, appliances, and other common used technology to learn the ins and outs of electronics, but also to have some fun just taking stuff apart.
And I think that sounds awesome because sometimes you'll have those curious kids that want to see how things work.
Yes, that's right, absolutely.
And so, Andrew, we're going to take a little break, but don't go away. We're going to take a commercial break, and we're going to come back with Andrew. So watch our commercials, support our sponsors because they pay our bills. And Andrew and I'll be right back after this commercial break.